Welcome to a special event we have going on at Don Tyson School Innovation. Seniors, as you are watching your classmates. We have officers from the Marines here with Mr. Bruce Quayle. We have members from our district administration team and Dr. Cleveland, and our AV Tech and Film crew, of course, recording all of the memories for us. Honestly, when I heard the news that he was going to be awarded, I said, what is this? I know it's big and I understand that, but what does this entail? And they said, he's one of two in the Midwest that are going to be recognized. And they said it's secret, can't say anything, and he is able to go anywhere on a full ride scholarships. He's made a name for himself since he started at Don Tyson, and just an honor to see him grow, continue the work that he's put in. It hasn't come easily to him. I mean, he's worked for it. It makes it even sweeter.
Yeah, I'm still kind of shocked. We found out a couple days ago. So for me, it's just a huge relief to have him get this because he worked really hard. There's a lot of loopholes and red tape that you have to do to get the scholarship. So I'm really relieved, but I'm also excited. I see those guys in uniforms and, you know, I can just kind of picture Bruce in the Marine Corps uniform. So
School today, a winner of the NROTC Scholarship Marine Corps option, which is Bruce Quayle.
The first thing I noticed about him was his timeliness because he showed up like 30 minutes early and was making sure I was going to be there when I was like, wait, I'm supposed to be doing this to you. So I was like, yeah, that's when I knew he was going to make a good officer.
So I got to know Bruce via phone call initially. During the interview, he had such a commanding presence about him. The answers to his questions were so robust and to the point, and more than that, it kind of peeling the onion back, as the saying goes. He just demonstrated that he's not in it for himself, and I think that is part of the quintessential aspects of being a Marine Corps leader, or a leader in general. We want those guys and gals to be concerned with everyone else, and more so than what is in their best interest.
You guys are probably, in the senior class, probably the closest friends that I've had my entirety of being at school. But, you know, like, I didn't really think that I was going to be as popular, and when I got the scholarship, it was going to be sort of like a thing for me and my family to celebrate, because that's kind of been our ordeal. But, like, seeing all you guys come out and support me, it meant a lot, because it showed that, like, what I've been doing, it's meant more than just something to me. It means a good deal to you, and I think that's incredibly cool.
Well, I want to start off by saying that y'all have me duped. I don't believe that much. It's been the efforts of not just myself, but my family. My mother and father have stressed a great deal over this, so this is just as much an accomplishment for them as it is for me.
you know, it's not a huge surprise that he followed in our footsteps. We were really pleased by that, but it was nothing we pushed towards him.
Being in a military family, I was exposed early on in my life to the rigors of what it was going to entail, but also the brotherhood that comes along with it, that sense of duty and honor that accompanies serving your country. And ever since I was old enough to know what Marines were, what they do, and that intangible substance that makes them heroes, I've wanted to do that. And I'm really grateful that I had my mom and dad there with me to help guide me through the process, because they were very, very, like, specific about when the scholarship opened up, what it was gonna require to get it, how much time it was gonna do, what I needed to do to prepare for interviews. And so without their help, I never would have gotten it. But having the counselors as well was also just a huge help in terms of getting all my paperwork submitted, making sure all of my information was correct when I submitted it. But it all coalesced, and now I've got something to show for it.
I don't just hand out recommendations to West Point, Naval Academy, NROTC for no reason. When he came to me and said that this was his goal, it was easy for me to support that, knowing that he's so driven and has such great goals that I know that he can absolutely get himself there. So I feel like I just bragged on him a little bit, and that's all I needed to do, and let him shine and take center stage.
He just likes to compete. From the time he was little, he was always climbing something. We got him involved in judo because he was driving his mother crazy when I was deployed, and he just needed to burn off energy. And whether it was a judo mat or a wrestling mat, he's, been involved in that ever since. And it's just kind of what he does.
It's awesome to see his teammates from the wrestling team come over and coaches to just get in on a little bit of celebration for Bruce's big day. And
I mean, you're talking about a guy that exemplifies the athlete role. I mean, he's a leader on the team. I mean, you're talking freshman year, goes and wins a state title, some adversity as a sophomore, still in the finals, wins it last year. He's going for his third state title this year, fourth, final appearance, in 4 years. I mean, he's the guy.
It's incredibly important for you to be developed physically as well as mentally. And based upon his grades and his performance in the classroom as well as on the wrestling mat, he has distinguished himself.
In a team sport, it's not just about you, it's about how you mentor younger wrestlers, how do you mentor kids that may not be as good as you, showing patience and humility. And during the last 4 years watching him wrestle, I've kind of seen that growth, and that's the characteristics that you need as a military officer.
And wrestling has prepared me to set both the physical, academic, and characteristic example for the people under my command. But then having to be an ambassador and familiarize myself with strangers who I met like 2 minutes ago, get to know them, and then convey to them the mission of the school, what we do in order to accomplish it, and why they should care. The two of those things combined have given me a skill set that have been invaluable.
Proud of all of our kids, but for Bruce especially, it's been fun to see him grow up through Don Tyson. I told Bruce when I visited with him a minute ago, I'm going to miss him, obviously, but I'm not going to miss his handshake. Every time he shakes my hand, he breaks it. I have to warn him, hey, don't shake my hand so hard. He laughs, but he's been a leader at Don Tyson. He's going to be a leader at Texas A&M. I look forward to voting for him, maybe as a congressman or a senator, or maybe even as president one day. He's not selfish, and he's not proud, he's not boastful, and he's very kind. And so that's what I think a good leader does. He doesn't show off his stuff. He's proud and he's humble.
I really want to make a career out of the military because I see a lot of what's going on in the world, and I realize that in order to overcome a lot of the conflict that we're going to be facing in the coming years, we're going to need a lot of people who have experience and are willing to stick it out through difficult times and willing to help other people do the same. And I think that that's going to be my role in the greater scheme of my country.
It meant a lot to me because it meant a lot to him. That was the part that really surprised him more than anything, was the show of support from, his peers, his teammates, in the DTSOI community.
I'm proud of all you guys. I'm grateful for the support that you guys have given me. You don't know what it means to me to see you guys show up. This has been something that I've looked forward to for a long time, but having other people who are willing to share it with me, it would mean nothing if it weren't for you guys. So thank you.